So I went to an auction yesterday down in Danville. They have a livestock auction, mainly goats, but they sell cattle and sheep. It started off as more of a goat thing, but it's progressively getting bigger. Every year they're adding on and doing more and doing more. But I went down there yesterday and I ended up buying this goat, which is super friendly. She is a Toggenburg. She's supposed to be due in January, but I noticed she has bleeding going on behind her there, and I have a feeling she might be trying to abort her kids because of all the stress she went through going through the auction. And you can just barely see the other one right there, its head outside, I believe is her kid, because they're awful friendly towards each other. I'm sure they came off the same farm, but I have a pretty good feeling that's her kid from last year. She looks just like her, minus the long hair. That one out there doesn't have long hair. Still just as friendly as her mom here. And I bought this little guy. I got a little baby goat, little baby boy. I don't have a name for him yet. There was two of them down there, brothers. They were in a tote. Somebody brought them in. They were born Friday night, actually, so they were a day old when they came into the sale. And I really didn't want to have to bottle feed a goat, but his brother sold. He sold for $40. He was a black goat. Everybody's into the color thing for show goats. It's a fad. I don't really care for it because red goats were in. Now red goats are out. Spotted goats are in, and black goats are in. I don't care for it. It's whatever. I'm not doing the whole show thing. If I sell some to people for shows, it's whatever. But I'm in it for the meat, selling them that way. So, anyways, they sold his brother. He brought $40, and they're going to sell him. And I'm like, he'll go for just as much. Well, somebody put the first bid on him at $15 and nobody else bid. I'm like, oh no, that ain't happening. So I gave $20 for him. And yeah, I got to come out here twice a day and feed him or whatever. But I got my nipple pail set up, and it's got some milk replacer in there so he can nurse on it throughout the day or whatever. It'll be a little bit colder, but at least he'll be able to get some food. I got a video I'll put in here of setting that up. And also, when I went down to that auction, I found my twin truck. So I'll put that video in here. And yeah, so now we're up to 6 goats. There's that other one right there. 6 goats. We got them 3 over there that I bought a few weeks ago. They're supposed to be Spanish. Now, they're coming from an auction. They're probably a mix, a little bit of everything, but what I'm doing is we're going to call this Goat Farm 2.0. We're getting out of the cattle. They're just not having as much fun with that as I thought I would. So we're going back to goats. And what I want to do is I need some goats right now to breed and get some kids flowing through, to work out some processes, and get some cash flowing type stuff. And I want to do some crossbreeding to see, kind of which route I want to go with does and bucks and stuff like that. I had a doe the last round. I believe she was a Toggenburg, but I don't know if she was 100% Toggenburg. But when she was crossed with a Boer buck, she threw really good kids, really meaty kids. So I want to try a Boer Toggenburg cross, and maybe do some other Boer dairy goat crosses. I probably won't do any dairy billies to Boer crosses, but I will do Boer billies to dairy female crosses. So we're going to try with the Spanishes or whatever mix they are, and then we'll try with these Toggenburgs, and I want to get some Boers and some Kikos. And we'll just do a little crossbreeding, do a little experiments, see what we can come up with, and then maybe get some nice purebred Boers, and maybe do some show goats. One show goat place that sold a lot of show goats, they ended up they're done doing goats now, so we're down one in the area. But I'd like to get up. I got a goal in mind. It's not feasible here, but I want to get up to 200 head of brood does that I can, just does that are here that I'm breeding and having kids. So that would put me up to like 400 kids, which would be awesome. And just that's a goal I have that I want to get to eventually. Here I could probably do 20 to 30 does. Probably be feasible here. We would have to redo some stuff. We'd put in a fence line feeder outside, and then this barn would be for sick goats or kidding, stuff like that. And I'd have to breed them in groups so that way I could fit them in here. I got 8 pens I can set up along the sides, and then if I build some more, I can put 4 more in the middle, and that'll leave me an aisle down each side, just like lambing jug type thing. And I got them over here in the corner, and then I got a bigger gate for when I do my creep feeder setup. But we got some stuff to do. But I've been going down to Danville. That's every third Saturday, or every first and third Saturday of the month, and been going down there and just picking up a few goats here and there, which I want to do until I get up to a few, and then we'll start buying some nice goats, ones that I know their genetics and everything, and get into doing all that. But for right now, we're getting some goats to get things going, and to get some stuff figured out, because I am building that handling system out there somewhat. It was designed for the cows, but it'll also work for the goats, and for right now. And I want to get some stuff worked out, figure out what I'm going to do, my processes and things like that, because it's been a little over a year that I've even had goats, and it's been longer since I've had any kids born here. So, and it's been a really long time since I had a lot of kids born here, because at one time I was up to 22 goats here. That was between does and kids. And that was when I just had the little patch out front. Now I got this big pasture, so we gotta get into the swing of things here. So that's what we're gonna work on. We got all winter to start building stuff up, getting processes worked out. And Fatty, he's gonna be leaving in March to go to my freezer. So he'll be the last cow until I need more beef. Then I'll buy one, raise up maybe. So anyways, that's what we got going on here, and we'll keep you posted on how things go. I won't probably hit any more auctions. There's an auction that I can go to on a Wednesday down in Mount Hope, Ohio, when I get a Wednesday off, but I don't get Wednesdays off usually unless the weather's bad. So I've been hitting this Saturday sale, but the next Saturday I can go booked up. I got a wedding to go to, and it's up in Michigan. So there won't be any goat sales for a while, but every time I go down there, I want to buy a couple or so. I missed a decent deal. After I bought these two and the little guy, a group of 5 does came in, doelings, and they sold for $50 a piece. They were younger, but they would have... I don't plan on... I won't be able to breed till like next October, and they would have been big enough by then. So, but if you're wondering what goats are bringing, like I said, I paid $15 for that little guy, and the other people paid $40 for his brother. I paid $80 or $85 for that one, and $100, and it would either be let's see, because I had 220 total. He was 20, she was 80, so it was 100 for that other one. That's what it was. If you have good meaty goats, they'll bring 140 for a goat that size. It's a meat breed. They had some bred does down there that had paperwork that they were bred. They were bringing right around 200. Billies, they bring 200 up to 300, up to 600 if they're good looking, meaty, good breeding billy. Because a lot of the goats that go through that sale are going right to slaughter. There are some people down there like me that are buying them to expand their herd or get some different genetics going in there, because there's a lot of good looking billies that come through there. And what I'll do, I won't really keep any billies here. I'm going to keep him though. I'm going to raise him up and he'll be my billy in 2 years. But I'll buy a billy from the sale, breed him, and then sell him. I don't like keeping billies. They get stinky and then they start getting mean. And yeah, you may not think it, but a billy goat the size of that one, it'll knock you down, and it'll hurt too. They like to take them horns, and in their natural wild habitat or whatever goats live in, they like to take their horns and hook their opponent's leg and try to break it. And I had that one goat of mine. He came around and caught the back of my knee with his horn, and he didn't do it after that, because I put the whoop down on him. I picked him up, threw him out that door. Yeah, I picked him up and threw him out that door. And he gained a little bit of respect for me. So anyways, before I drag this on too long, we will catch you on the next video. Gonna have quite a few videos coming out with winter coming around. I get a little bit more free time. So anyways, catch you guys on the next one.